everyone, welcome back. Today, I'm going to tell you all of the reasons why I hate or dislike skincare as a dermatologist. So let's dive right in. The number one reason why I don't like skincare as a dermatologist is because they promise these results and they don't deliver on the results. We've all been tricked by online ads that show us amazing before and afters. If you just use this cream, you're going to look 20 years younger. We all know they're photoshopping their before and afters, and I just don't like it. I don't like when we overpromise and underdeliver results, and we show results that are really lasers, filler, and Botox and or plastic surgery, and tell consumers that one skincare product will get you those results. So this leads into number two reason why I don't like skincare as a dermatologist, and that is the before and afters are so fake on the websites. Consumers are wisening up to this and realizing that it's probably not the hyaluronic acid serum that made you look 10, 15, 20 years younger, but it still irks me because I think that consumers should have realistic before and afters for anything that they choose to incorporate into their anti-aging routine. So let's talk about a little bit more complex of a reason why I don't like skincare, and that is the difference between in vitro science and in vivo science. So I'm going to break this down for you. So there are products that companies use in skincare products that have great in vitro data, which means that they applied it to either human skin or pig skin or some body of cells in a petri dish or a lab, and there was some chemical change to that specific either group of cells or part of skin. So there can be an in vitro effect. There are products that talk about increasing collagen and increasing growth factors and all of these things, but the problem is that it's not an in vivo trial. So they're not using it on real human live skin. They're using it under these strict lab conditions and then extracting that data and telling consumers that it will have all these drastic effects on their skin in real life. There's a big difference between looking at pig skin under the microscope and seeing a slight increase in collagen and actually having clinical effects that makes a difference in patients' skin quality or whatever it is that they're claiming. So yes, you can have all of these ingredients that do these wonderful things in the lab or under testing conditions, but that doesn't mean that in real everyday life on regular alive human skin, you're going to see any clinical difference. And I think that really irks me as a scientist and as a dermatologist because although they are data-based compounds, they don't necessarily mean that you're going to see a difference in your skin, especially for the amount that consumers are paying for skincare. Let's talk about the next reason why I don't like skincare as a dermatologist. And that is because these skincare companies try to make it seem like you need a 10-step skincare routine in the morning and a 10-step skincare routine at night. It's so confusing to consumers because they talk about, oh, you put this on first and then this on first, and then you have to layer this with this, and this doesn't work if you don't have this, and leave this on for this amount of time and then put this on and put this as an overnight mask. And, you see all these people on Instagram being like, this is my 25-minute morning skincare routine. I'm sorry, but we have much better technology than a 10-step skincare routine. Even my patients that see me for cosmetics with complex medical diagnoses, you really don't need more than one or two steps in the morning and at night. And the reason why is that we've learned so much about skincare and the skin and technology, especially over the last, 5 to 7 years, that before we didn't have the technology to put it all in the same lotion or cream or serum, but now we do. We understand the science of skincare. There's a ton of research actively being done, and that has been done in the last 5 to 7 years on skincare. And so now we have the technology to put it all into one, a morning serum, a night serum. So you really don't need all of those SKUs or products in the morning and at night. It's way too confusing for consumers. It's really just a way to get consumers to buy more products because if you're using a 10-step skincare routine, you're going to feel like your skin is improving, even though probably it isn't. And you're even at risk for something like an allergy or disrupting that really delicate skin barrier. So that's another reason why I don't like skincare, is because we're selling consumers these very complex routines to get them to buy more product. And it's really not helping them. And it's really, in some cases, really antiquated technology. Let's talk about the next reason why I don't like skincare as a dermatologist. And that is that every 4 to 6 months, there's some new trend that people think is going to save your skin and fix your skin and deliver all these results. We've been through this. First, it was hyaluronic acid, and then it was salmon sperm, and now it's all these crazy things that, this is just the next greatest molecule that's going to reverse your skin age by 10 to 20 years if you only buy this cream with this, unique new molecule in it. And then consumers feel like, okay, well, this is great. This is like obviously the latest and greatest because I'm seeing all these ads. The influencers are saying that I need it. I've never heard of this molecule. They do have some science behind it, like we talked about earlier on this episode. And so they're buying all new skincare routines every 4 to 6 months. And we just don't need that. There are tried and true and tested ingredients that are in skincare routines that we've been using for decades. Now we are kind of conglomerating those together into one step in the morning, one step at night. But it's very rare that something comes out with such amazing technology that we have to change our skincare routine. The next reason why I don't like skincare is because of the clean skincare trend. Now, don't get me wrong on this one and don't misunderstand this. I'm just as much of a hippie as the next person, and I care just as much about my hormonal balance and my patient's hormones and everything that the people that are selling you clean skincare care about. I also care about that. But I also live in the world of science. And the reality is that anything that you put on your skin is getting into your blood, is getting into your urine, is going to affect your hormones. And the reason why I don't like clean skincare and all of the skincare with essential oils and plant-based products and natural products is that they're not testing it the way they should be. Bigger companies that have more research dollars are doing a ton of testing on skincare products where they're applying it and then checking it in blood levels and in urine levels. The smaller companies just don't have that budget. So you really don't know how a product you're putting on your skin is affecting your body on the inside. I think these clean companies try to trick consumers into thinking that if it's plant-based or if it has natural essential oils in it, that it's any better. And I don't agree with that. There are a lot of studies showing that essential oils in particular, tea tree oil and lavender really disrupt hormones, especially in women. There are studies showing that it can cause gynecomastia, which is enlarged breasts in males. So imagine if you can put lavender oil on your skin and cause breast growth in males. Do you think that's something healthy that is going to be something that's going to help your hormones as a female? No, it's going to cause complete chaos. So although I do care about hormone balance and keeping minimal number of products on your skin, we also have to remember that sometimes these companies are selling you this clean skincare that's not actually better for you. They're using ingredients that have been shown to disrupt hormones. So I think when we live in a society of all of these chemicals that we just breathe, we live in and we touch, we're putting on skincare products that are full of chemicals. I think as a dermatologist, what I recommend to my patients is just choosing the minimum number of skincare products to get you the results and do your research on those products. Okay. Talk to your dermatologist about finding a very minimalist skincare routine because the reality is that anything you put on your skin is getting inside your body and affecting your body. So the final reason why I'm not a big fan of skincare as a dermatologist is because it wastes so much time. Time is so precious to everyone, especially if you're a business owner, if you're a busy mom, anytime. We really don't need even that 5 minutes in the morning, 5 minutes at night to put your 10-step skincare routine on. And I know some people spend more. We really don't need that to get good results. So, what I tell my patients is look, if that 20 minutes in the morning and 20 minutes at night is your self care time where you're doing your facial massage or you're using a roller, you're putting some skincare on, I'm not going to tell you not to do that, but don't expect results. So, if you like that time and you have the time, that's great. If that's your self care time, I'm the last person to tell you not to do self care. But don't think that that 20 minutes in the morning, 20 minutes at night is going to change your skin over time. My recommendation is to meet with a board certified dermatologist, talk to them about your skincare routine, make it as simple as possible to get the results. And the dermatologist will be able to guide you based on your specific skin and your goals to a very minimalist routine that's still evidence based and that will make a difference in your skin long term. So, these are all the reasons why I'm not a big fan of skincare as a dermatologist. If you have any questions, please let me know. And thank you so much for listening.